Hmm. Oh, yeah? I'll wait for a few people to come in here before I get going. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Well, somebody's watching. So let's get this show started. All right. Well, another week come and gone. Another week of some weird weather down here in so-called Sunshine State, which sun ain't been shining much lately. It's been raining and kind of dreary, but it is what it is. Oh, excuse me. But got old Charlie running today. That's my Sable. I think it's got still some crappy fuel in the fuel rail because it's doing a little misfiring. But maybe I can get that dude ironed out here pretty quick. I didn't clean the fuel rail out. I probably should have. It's probably got some crap fuel still in the rails. But man, I said I was going to get a video out this last week, and I just got so stinking busy. I didn't have time to do anything with it. It's hard to kind of sit down and do your editing, especially since my videos have been so long lately. So I've still got, 3 or 4 to edit. And like I said, just finding time to get them done. Been wanting to do some stuff outside, but it's the weather has not cooperated. It's been kind of chilly. I know it's not as cold as some of y'all up north, but speaking of which, boy, the Midwest and the upper East Coast have been getting nailed with storms this year. Just one right after another. If you guys don't check out Ryan Hall, y'all, that's his YouTube channel. He's a weatherman. He's been pretty spot on. He's pretty funny to watch. Excuse me. It's pretty entertaining nonetheless. But they got apparently they got some good friend of mine and a bunch of people are doing the sick week. I think it's supposed to start tomorrow. That's Florida's version of the Rocky Mountain Race Week, and it looks to be pretty cool. I don't know how they're going to do it though. Getting up in it because I guess they're going to South Georgia Motor Park. Oof. Yeah, Purple Border Collie. My mom still lives up in Missouri, and she's been getting hammered with us too. And it's been cold up there too, but we've been getting. Good Lord, we've been getting 30s in the evening down here, and it may be like today. It crested maybe 58 with a breeze all day, so it was a little cool. But yeah, they some friends of mine are doing the sick week thing down here. Guess it starts down in Bradenton and goes through Gainesville, about south. What's up, Mike? Goes up to South Georgia Motorplex, and then I think a little bit further north, and then I think all the way back down to Bradenton to finish it off. So there's like 5 tracks or something like it. Like I said, it's Florida's version of Colorado's Rocky Mountain Race Week. Ought to be some good footage to watch out there to watch the racers. I'm kind of interested to see how Mullet does and Soccer Mom. And I guess Brent from PFI Speed's supposed to be down there. Shane's supposed to have his CRX there. I think Jamie's going to have his Honda there. And Kyle from the Boosted Boys is supposed to have his hatch, I think, is running in sick week. So, yeah, it ought to be quite an event. You know, a lot of your popular YouTubers are going to be there and having a good time. And so it'd be good to watch. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I'll be able to get. I don't think I can get off any time. I'm too busy. In fact, I got to go to. I actually got training this week coming up. They actually opened up the classes again, so I got some GM training I got to do. Luckily, it's just a 1-day class, and I think it's one of my final ones to get me 100% in that category. Still waiting on 2 others, but apparently, from what I understand, I think our instructor had gotten in an accident or something like that. He's been out for probably 6 months. So from what I understand, he got cleared to go back to schooling us. So it's not bad. It's pretty close. I'd rather do that than have to go up to Atlanta this time of year, because that's where one of the main schools is for this region. Well, it was nice when I lived up north, because one of the main training centers up there was in Lee Summit, Missouri, which was Longview Community College. Got a new Project Racer 91 Chevy Astro extended sleeper. Nice. You know, there was a guy that I worked with up at one of the dealerships up north. He actually had an Astro van. He put I don't think it was a 383. I think it was just a 350, 355 that he stuffed in this Astro van, and he way overcammed it. So it made a lot of noise and sounded cool, but it wasn't big on power. And it's easy to do, man. You can overcam a car real quick. When I built my 355, it was the same way. I actually overcammed it for the heads that were in it. They just couldn't take advantage of that cam, which I know better now, but that was back in the day. I don't know. Prices of everything is just outrageous, so I don't know how we can make everything work these days. But I guess we'll just take it a day at a time. A 402 to mod it. Wow. That's going to be a tight squeeze in that van. You're talking about the old 402 big block, Mike, or you're doing a small block converted to 402, 400 small block board out, and so on and so forth, you know. I don't know if you could get a big block in one of those Astro vans. That'd be a tight squeeze. Speaking of which, Cletus McFarland has got his stock Mercury Marauder up for a giveaway. Couldn't believe it. That car is stupid fast, and it's cool too. Got a lot of horsepowers, as he would say, underneath the hood. I can't believe he's actually did that for a giveaway. I figured he'd hang on to that, but He said, "Yeah, I got too many toys," and which he does. He's got a lot of stinking toys. Um, so it's probably about time for him to move on to something else, move some assets around. But yeah, somebody can win that dude. Just got to buy some merch and get some entries. Oh Lord, you put that in the back of a van, that's going to be a wheelie monster. Even behind the seats would be a wheelie monster. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Mike. That's the whole thing. When you come from these bear claws like this trying to type sometimes, yeah, I fat finger some stuff too, and it's you have to figure out what I'm saying. But so I got this new Silverado in there. I think the thing had like 6,000 miles on it. Got an 8L90 in it, 8 speed, and this thing is just flat cooked. When you take the 8L90, when you take the cover off the 8L90, the first thing you come to, of course, is your gears, and then they've got a what they call a stator support that sits just below that. And the very first clutch you come to that sits on the top, it's a rotating clutch, and it has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clutch in it, and it was just flat smoked. The fibers were so thin and they were waved from the heat. It had gotten so hot. There's a speed sensor that goes like the drum sits here, and this speed sensor sits right over the top of it with like a reluctor wheel that's on that drum. Anyway, it got so hot it melted that speed sensor. I mean, it boiled it. It got so hot. It was crazy. Nothing wrong with that, Mike. But so anyway, this thing had so much damage in it from the heat and just burnt 4 out of the 5 clutches up in it. Well, not burn them up, but I mean they were hot spotted. Which, according to GM, you get a hot spot in a steel, you replace it, no questions asked. So I wrote up a cost estimate, and it was close enough that for the repairs and the parts that we decided to get a whole unit for it, new unit. And of course, it's on back order. We got another 8L90 that's in a work van, and I ordered a valve body for it. It's on back order. I got a 10 speed behind a new baby Duramax 3 liter, and it had a pump idler gear bearing fail in it, and it tore all sorts of stuff up. Anyway, the pump's on back order. So I mean, it just seems like everything we try to order anymore, it's all on back order, and you know the dealership's not getting a bunch of new cars on the lot either. I think we got a 2022 Camaro uh, um, Z28 the other day with an LT1 in it, and it's got a 10 speed in it. But that's the first car we've gotten new for a while, so it's crazy. So I doctor had me on these Yeah, it sounds about right, Mike. So the doctor had me on these two blood pressure medicines, trying to get my blood pressure down. And I must have had an allergic reaction to one of them or the combination of the two. But my face got so stinking hot, my pulse rate was off the chart. Not off the chart, but it was up there a ways, and it got to the point where I had to make a change. So I actually just quit both of them, and just been monitoring my blood pressure pretty close. And it's a little elevated, but it's not shabby. Uh, I'm more interested to see what my blood sugar is going to do because it seems like my blood sugar is starting to go down, which maybe that was part of it. But I tell you what, man, I'm scared to death of these pharmaceuticals anymore. Um, I just, I know the doctors are doing what they've been trained to do, and what they've been taught, but anymore I learned to question almost everything. Um, it's a scary world that we're living in right now for sure. Yeah, one of them that I was on was lisinopril, and I read some really bad stuff about lisinopril, and I guess there's been all sorts of lawsuits out over that one. And I've been on it for quite some time, but I've been questioning whether or not it's the right choice. Um, so, like I said, I got off of it, and he had given me another one. It was supposed to be an extended release. It's called ni, nipredidine or something like that. Anyway, I think that's the one I might have been having a reaction to, but between the two, man, it had me all sorts of jacked up. I'm still not right. Of course, I've never been right, but um, we'll see. I'm just going to have to monitor stuff and go from there. But anywho, so what's going on in your all's life? Anything good? Anything bad? Life treating you well? I don't know what that is. Oh no, Mike. I know somebody that had shingles pretty bad, and she was just miserable. Uh, Quite painful, she said. Purple border collie. I've been reading some stuff on nitric oxide too. Apparently, it's a nutrient that your body uses to help control and regulate blood pressure. Um, I guess there's some supplements or stuff that you can take, and it's supposed to help. But then again, they also said that um, above ground vegetables, mainly greens and that kind of stuff, will also help get it down. So I've got to go to the store tomorrow, and I'm gonna pick up some baby spinach and some green leaf lettuce and some romaine, and um, probably go back to trying to eat some salads again. I'd take a break from it for a while because it was driving me nuts. Yeah, but I'm not a turnip green type of person. I never have been able to tolerate that. I mean, me, that's one of them nasty ones I just can't deal with. I guess collard greens are real good, real popular down here too, and that's another thing I just can't deal with. But getting off of those two meds really helped as far as me sleeping and being able to get up in the morning. I actually feel like I'm halfway rested when I get up in the morning, which I haven't been that way in some time. I'll sleep, but I just feel absolutely hammered when I get up in the morning, and it doesn't seem to be as bad now. Um, and usually when I hit the sack, I'm out. Hey, there's Steven. What's going on, buddy? But I just I know I'm getting older and stuff, but I mean, hell, I'd just like to feel normal again. Been finding it's tough to get any weight to go anywhere either. What's a poke salad? Never heard of a poke salad. What's that? Anyway, so yeah, I thought I'd pick up some. Oh, okay. I thought I'd pick me up some stuff tomorrow, and I got to pick up. I'm gonna make a stew sometime this week. Although I've had some meat up in the fridge, but I'm sure it's bad. I don't want to use it. I've I didn't get it used up in time. I was gonna buy some stew meat or some, cut some steak or something like that. I may still do that. Um, use it for the stew. I got some corn on the cob, and I'll deshuck it, take the corn off of it. Um, put some green beans in there and some carrots and a few taters. Oh, deer stew is really good. I've had deer stew before. Um, there was one of my buddies used to hunt quite a bit up in Missouri, and he'd always bring me deer meat. Um, I'd make deer chili, which is fantastic, by the way. Um, it was really good stuff. But he'd bring it, and I'd look forward to the time when he'd get a good one. She's me. Goodness. Make a can of chili, Steven. Come on now. You got to make chili from scratch. Didn't you say you like that that Hormel or that Dinty Moore or something like that? I don't remember if it was Dinty Moore. Do they even make Dinty Moore anymore? Why does that pop in my mind? Seems to me I'm reminding something out of uh, Mad Max the Road Warrior movie or something like that. I don't know. Head to Branson. Been there many, many, many times. Dinty Moore beef stew. That's where I'm hearing from and what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I made a big old pot of chili. About a week or so ago. Made like 10 pounds of ground beef and 6 cans of beans and a couple of onion, all the seasonings. Let it simmer for about 4 hours is what it was. Yeah, that's for sure, Mike. I found this recipe that works pretty good. Nah, it doesn't take that long, Stephen. Granted, it takes longer than opening up a can and dumping it in there and heating it up for sure, but it tastes so much better. A lot of your canned stuff will have a ton of salt in it, and I'm not good with salt. Yeah, I've got a. That's what I was talking about. The crock pot is what I use to make the stew in, and it's got, of course, some fresh veggies in it. Whatever meat of choice it is, and what you do is you put the meat in the bottom and put a little flour around the meat. Helps keep the juices in. And you put a little red wine in it, let the red cooking wine, and some beef stock. Um, and then the rest of your ingredients, and put in a crock pot about 8 hours and let her rip. And man, it comes out good. It smells so good cooking. When I was still up north living in the camper, trying to get things finalized for me leaving the shop, I used to make beef stew there in the camper. I had 2 crock pots at the time and in the camper, and I made both of them at the same time one time because I had way too much ingredients. So I was eating on that for a week. But man, it sure was good. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Yeah, probably ought to leave that story alone, Mike. Ooh, it makes you cooking wine with Jaeger. Whew. I'm not a fan of Jägermeister, so I can't only imagine what that was like. Oh boy. Yeah, I seem to use that same line when I've built a couple of transmissions and I'm teaching y'all, and I says, don't do it this way, do it this way. Ask me how I know. Been there, done that. Don't want to see anybody else go down the same path. Yeah, my my mom is a lefty, And she would say the same thing. I was telling the wife, I says, there was this um, they had a good looking brisket up there at the store, but I mean, it was big. But with the card price, it was still uh, like $100 for this slab of meat. But I mean, this thing was, I mean, it was big old freaking. Oh, the brisket looked freaking phenomenal. I was like, God, I wish we had a smoker. I'd put that dude in a smoker for a while and get some good flavor on it. I watched this guy. They had a short on there, and the amount of salt and pepper he put on this thing, I'm like, wow, that's a lot. But then again, I made a rub last week for some ribs because I wanted to try something different with some ribs. We had a hell of a time cooking ribs down here for some reason. The quality isn't that good, but we got they had the grocery store brand um, on sale. I think it was a BOGO. I was like, I'm gonna throw one of these in, and I did, and oh, this rub that I made was just fantastic. Yeah, Mike, um, I actually have a an old horizontal compressor tank that I was going to use because I knew it was good and heavy and it would hold heat and be able to stabilize real well. That's kind of why I wanted to use that because of the thickness of the metal. I'd put a door on it and make a firebox off to one side of it, and it's big enough to where you could do just about anything in it. And it, it, I just haven't done anything. I mean, the compressor's still sitting together. I've got so many projects going on right now. It's stupid. Um, I'm trying to get Charlie going so I can get that old boy sold, and the I got to get my old boat sold. Um, we've got to sell the camper now, um, since we decided we're not going to fix it. So I got to get that out of the way, and I got to get this donor running. I want to get this donor Camaro started and run, see what kind of shape the engine's in, and then I'm going to strip it down and sell whatever I can out of it, if it's good to anybody, and get rid of the carcass. And then I'll be down to just two Camaros. Um, oh, I really want to get Scarlet going bad. Just time and money and things that I don't have time or money for. You kind of got to put priorities first. I still got to fix Bessie. She needs a cooling fan module and a radiator, which the radiator's not leaking that bad. It's just starting to seep out of the right tank, and I figured since I got to put a cooling fan motor in, I'm gonna put a radiator in at the same time. Yeah. I got to get Mama's Toyota. Got to get the air fixed on it. And I really need to start on my pickup. Like I said, I just don't have time or places to do things. I guarantee if I quit my job, I'd still have stuff to do for 6 months easily, just trying to get things done. But apparently all the dealerships around this area here, a lot of them are looking for transmission techs, which I'm the only one dumb enough to still be doing it in a dealership because the pay on it's terrible. But it's something I enjoy, and something that I seem to be pretty decent at. So I just keep doing it. Yeah. Yeah. I can sympathize with that statement. Oh yeah, and I got another guy at work that's wanting me to build a transmission for him. So it just keeps coming. And I need to have a couple of garage sales. I got to get rid of all that stuff that we got in the garage. I mean, it's just I can't put the car away. I told myself when we got another house that we're going to have somewhere to put a car in. We had a 3-car garage at our other house, and we couldn't put a car one in any of them. It was ridiculous. Even if I built a 40 or 50 by or 60 by 80 building, whatever size you want to be, I still don't think it would be enough, because then you just buy more crap to clutter it up. I don't know. It just depends. But anywho, I may have to cut this one short tonight, y'all. I'm flipping tired. That 10 o'clock bell is floating here, and it's telling me it's time to go. I can't keep my eyes open. But I wanted to get on here and say hello and say how much I really do appreciate y'all. I really do. I wouldn't be doing this if yeah, I've heard that before. But y'all take care of yourself, please. Take care of each other. Stay strong in what you believe in. Don't let them push you around to make you think otherwise. Make informed decisions. Get educated. And just remember, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. God bless you, and God bless America. Have a good night, y'all. Bye-bye.